I'm going to talk to you about two standards, GIRT 7020 and RIS 7016 INTS. That's better. Right, two standards. GIRT 7020 is the national rule that contains the national technical rules to support open points and specific cases in the PRM and the infrastructure NTSNs. GIRT RIS 7016 INTS gathers all of those requirements for platforms and other requirements into one document, so that everything about platforms and its interfaces are in one place, which makes it easier, hopefully, for projects to find what they need to work with. All the requirements, rationale and guidance that's in GIRT 7020, they are all repeated in RIS 7016 INTS. So RIS 7016 INTS is the complete set. The three requirements that are in the national rule, so in GIRT 7020, are the platform height, which, as you will see in the diagram, is measured from the running rail surface, the platform offset, which is also measured from the running rail, and the platform width. They are the three open points and specific cases in the National Technical Specification notices. Both of these standards, as with most of our standards, are not retrospective, so they only apply to projects and to projects that are in scope when changes are being made. Many of you will remember the RAIB report and the incident on a person struck by a train at Eden Park. Following that incident in February 2020 and the RAIB recommendations, RIS 7016 INTS was updated to issue 1.2 in July last year, and one of the main changes was to incorporate in that document the information on platform markings, which had previously been in the operations document RIS 3703 TOM and came from the research project T1118. So that was back in July. Since then, we've updated 7020 and 7016 to issue 2. In 7020, this is what we've done. Reference to TSIs have been updated to NTSNs. We've added various additional guidance, and we've included some reference to another research T1166, which identifies potential performance benefits of managing the platform train interface. And the clarification that was issued earlier on normal clearances has been formally incorporated. And as I said earlier, all of these changes are also in RIS 7016. Additional changes in 7016. We've updated the section on platform lighting so that the references to ENs have been updated and some errors have been corrected. Appendix D on platform gap fillers is now withdrawn, as this has been transferred to the compatibility document RIS 8273 rolling stock. We reviewed the requirements for platform crossfall at the request of industry. Those requirements were not in the end changed, but additional guidance has been provided to assist projects. Also, at the request of industry, we looked again at the requirements for buffer stops, particularly in areas which are not platforms, but where an overrun might affect running lines, and we've added additional guidance to cover that case. We've also transferred from RIS 7700, which is a generic document on station infrastructure, the content that was particularly relevant to platforms. So that's now in 7016. And I'm not going to read through all of that list. You can look at it for yourselves, and you will find this on the website after this webinar. But we're hoping that we now have all the related requirements for platforms in the one document. RIS 7700 will be updated in future so that it covers the rest of the station infrastructure. As I'm sure you appreciate, the interface between stations, platforms track and trains is a key area for platform access and safety. And it's hoped that these updated standards will address industry concerns, consolidate previous interim updates, and provide requirements and guidance. And this will enable those responsible to provide the most appropriate conditions at each platform location. We are well aware that there are a lot of standards about platforms and a lot of requirements. Again, I'm not going to talk through this summary table, but we've identified some of the topics that are relevant to platforms, which of those are covered in the NTSN or in ENs, the European norms, and which are covered or supported by Railway Group standards and rail industry standards. Again, we will make this information available on the website, and we hope that it's a useful summary for those of you working with platform projects.